Hello everyone and my friends. In this video I am going to analyze Italian game with two knight variation for bishop opening. So this game between me and there is a player from France and he start with e4 and I replied e5. Very obvious because these moves control the center in the board. Here my opponent played knight to f3 to attack my pawn. I have to defend my pawn with this move, that is knight to c6. So it is going to defend this pawn. And here my opponent start with Italian game variation with bishop opening, that is bishop to c4. It looks like fried liver attack, that is later he can play his knight to g5 to attack this pawn, and not only that, it is attacking both queen and rook simultaneously. So that is the merit of this opening. And here I played this move knight to f6 to control this square. Not only that, it is attacking this pawn. This knight is attacking this pawn. So there are so many ways to defend this pawn, but my opponent here played this move pawn to d3. It's quite logical. I have played this opening 17 times. Out of this I won 8 games. Okay. Here I played this move, that is d5. It is attacking the bishop and this pawn, and here my opponent captured the pawn straight away. I recapture with my knight and he castle on king side. Here I played bishop to e6 to overprotect this knight. My opponent played rook to e1, attacking the pawn twice with knight and rook. I played queen to d7, so giving up the pawn. He captured the pawn with his knight and I recapture with my knight and he recaptured with his rook. Here I did first mistake in the game, that is bishop to d6. So why this is mistake? See, there are two bishops which are in third rank and those bishops are looking white's king side. So they are pointing towards white's king. So it is a good attack from black point of view. I give you a few seconds here. Can you find a best move from white's perspective? So that best move is rook capture knight. So why it is a best move? Because if I capture this rook and he can recapture with his bishop, so that loses material for black. Black capture rook, he capture the bishop. Black gains more material. Of course, there is a move from black, that is bishop capture h2 and giving check to the queen, and if king capture bishop, I capture the bishop. Not even material balance, because white has two pieces for rook, but it is not a good compensation from black's point of view. One of my games in state tournament, my opponent has given up two pieces for my rook. So that game I won by time, because one move from my side, it is taking more time for my opponent to defend or paralyze my attacks. It took lot of time to play one move. That's why I won that game. So exchanging rook for two minor piece, both bishop and knight, it is not at all a good move. I am not recommending that move. So of course we can fight back strongly. You have two rooks, but it doesn't work away practically. If end game occurs, you cannot capitalize things. Okay, go back to the position. Here my opponent don't want to exchange rook, and he played to save his rook and played rook to e1. Of course, he might know this trick. There might be. Okay, here I castle on my queen side. Here my opponent played knight to c3, attacking this knight from two pieces, and I captured the knight and he recaptured with his pawn. Here I give you few seconds. Can you find a great move here? I hope you find this move, bishop capture c4. What does this move? If he capture with his pawn, and I can give check to king, which will attack queen also. It is discover attack to the queen and check at a time. But he cannot defend both of them. He capture the bishop, I capture his queen, and he capture with his rook, I capture with my rook. So you can see now what black gains. I have rook pair and white has 3 pawns in single file. That is not a wanted position for white. So these 3 pawns are cramped and this bishop also pinned. So he cannot move anywhere. If he moves anywhere, and I can simply capture the rook in the corner. That's why he has to sit down in this position. Of course, he can play this move bishop to b2 to defend his rook, but here he played this move g3 and I played rook to e8. Idea is to place my rook to here to give double attack to the bishop. Here he played this move f3. He is coming towards my rook, and now I played rook to e1, attacking this bishop with twice, and here my opponent played this horrible move, that is bishop to e3, and I capture rook in the corner. He captured my pawn with his bishop, I capture his pawn, and he come back to d4 square to attack my pawn, and I capture his pawn, and he capture my g7 pawn. So here I want to place my rook to e2 square, but I can't move straight away, because if I play this move, he can come back to d4 square to defend this pawn. But first I have to stop to play him bishop to d4. That's why I play this move pawn to c5, stopping him to place his bishop to d4 square. He played this move pawn to g4, and I place my rook to e2 and doubling my rooks, and these two rooks are coordinate each other. So black is absolutely in winning position. Here my opponent resigned. Thank you for watching my video, and if you enjoy the video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also feel free comment on my video.